So I'm back to collecting US banknotes. So in this video, I will be unboxing the 1950 series, the Federal Reserve note. The video will make up of several clips combined together, and at the end I will show all the notes and order from the lowest to highest denominations. Since I bought them from different sellers on different dates, they arrive at different times. So you can use the chapter next to the time stamp, I think like right here, to skip to different parts of the video. So I start searching for this note on the 20th of September. And then yesterday, the 25th, was the last day that I finally acquired all of the notes that issue in the 1950 series. And today is the 26th, that 2 of the 5 order arrived. But before I open this 2 mail, let me show you guys the 2 catalog book that help me like calculate the price of the note to see if it's worth collecting or not. So I bought this used on eBay. I have the 30th edition, and then this is the 35th until the company that make this catalog book, they went bankrupt. And then I was looking on eBay as well, and then this one was the 8th edition, and then it was published, I think, last year, 2024. So I don't know, I think like this one is more like more realistic compared to the other catalog. So today I have the 100 and then the 20 that arrived today. For the $20, it's from the Richmond Federal Reserve Bank. The seller originally listed for $82.95, and then I was able to negotiate it down to $70, and then plus tax, the total came to $73.85. So the note. So now I decided to collect notes that are already graded, so I won't have to send to either to PCGS or PMG for grading. So this one, so it a old label from PCGS currency, and then the information is right here. And then the grading is 64. And then this is the front of the note. You have President Andrew Jackson, the war hero of 1812. Let me use 2x here. So for the 1950 series, I just collect the clock and Schneider signature. The A, B, C, D, like those are from different treasurer and then secretary of the treasury. And then here's the back. The 1950 series is the last of the Federal Reserve note that doesn't have the Engavy Trust model. And then the next series that I'm going to be collecting will be the 1963, which will have the model Engavy Trust. So this is the back of the White House of the 20. I like this design. I like the back of the White House design here rather than the front of the White House. And then the next is the 100 So for the 100, so these two I ordered on the same date, the 21st. So the 1950 100 mil Philadelphia, it was originally listed for $320. I sent an email, a message on eBay to the seller, and then the seller come back with $290. Let me see here. 100 1950 900 1950 Philadelphia, like 200. This one put at 260. And then the other one, let me see, 100. So the other one, Philadelphia 63. What grade is this? 64. So 500 I value as 300. So I didn't do what the seller sent 290. I was like, okay, sure, and I bought it, and then that's the shipping, and then the tax, and then the total came to 3010.17. Oh, for a second, I thought that I got scammed. Oh, so the sellers sell it, and another right here. Nah, I'm not going to open it. So this here's the mule here, and then the narrow or something like that. It just, I think, like I heard that was a different way how the BMP was printing the note or something like that. I haven't been collecting US banknote for the past 10 years, so I forgot all of the terminology and stuff. So here's Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States, and one of the author of the Declaration of Independence, along with Thomas Jefferson and then John Adams. And in the back here, that's the Independence Hall in Philadelphia. And then this will be the first unboxing clips. And then we'll see, I believe tomorrow, the 27th, one of the notes will arrive. So today is the 27th, and then the 1950 $10 Philadelphia. Graded PMG 65 EPQ. The original listing price on eBay was $74.95, and then I was able to negotiate down to 68. And then that's the tax, and then the grand totals is 74 and 71, 74. So let me open this. Okay, got it. So here's the $10 Philadelphia Y 1950. So the person on the note is Alexander Hamilton. He was born in the Caribbean. So if he were a colonist and then born in the colony, 13th colony, he would have become the president. But since he wasn't born on the 13th colony, he was not qualified to become eligible to become president, but he was the first Secretary of the Treasury. And then the back here, that's the United States Treasury. Of the $10, I prefer this design of the Treasury, much more beautiful than just the front of the Treasury. So, oh, and then I read somewhere that sometime early 2026, the $10 will be the first to get redesigned, and then a new series will be coming out, starting with the 20, and then the new series will end sometime in like 2034 or something with the $100. So this is the $10, and then the next two denomination or notes that I'm waiting for are the $5 and then $50. The two that I have the hardest time to bought and then negotiate with the sellers. So today is the 3rd of November. I bought the 5 here on the 24th of September, and then the 50 on the 25th. The 5 and the 50 were the hardest notes for me to find. Not find, but looking for the right price for me to buy the note. So for the 5 right here, it's from the Federal Reserve Bank in the New York district, grade PMG 65 EPQ. The listing price was $59.95. The seller, he like really believed in his like note, so I was only able to ask for a $5 discount, and then I had to pay shipping and then the tax as well. So that's why the totals came to $63.25. Let me sometimes some sellers, they really like package the hardest way like ever. So here's the note, and then here's the back. So and then the 50 here is from the Cleveland branch, PMG 63 PQ. The original price was $256.75. I was able to negotiate down to $205, and then the tax is $11.28, and then the grand total for this order was $216.28. I also bought from this seller the $20. The seller here, he it's popular. He it's very easy to talk with, and then easy to deal with too, so not hard as the other seller. So here's the 50 from the Cleveland district, and then here's the back of the note. So now let's look at the note after the unboxing. So here's the $5 1950. Let me no. So $5 1950 Federal Reserve notes, New York. The I think Freiburg, and then narrow clock Schneider, right? Schneider. So the treasurer and then the secretary of the treasury, and then it got 65 out of 70 EPQ. So here's the front of the note. Features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, the first president from the Republican Party, and then the president that emancipate slavery. So at first he was like he's against slavery, but it's not like emancipate them, but due to the Civil War, the slavery was abolished, and the 13th Amendment. So here's the obligation clause. So now it just says this note is legal tender for all debt, public and private. But before it says and it's redeemable and lawful money at the United States Treasury or at any Federal Reserve Bank. And then below the portrait, it will say, so right here it will say, the United States of America will pay the bill on demand $5. So, and then here's the back, the Lincoln Memorial. So I don't think there are any microprinting here, but in later edition or in series, you have microprinting of the states on right here and down here. So that's the $5. And then here's the $10 1950 from Philadelphia. So the front is Alexander Hamilton, the first Secretary of the Treasury. He was born in one of the islands in the Caribbean, so that's why he was not eligible to run for the presidency. Like he's some historians say that he's very intelligent. If he were to be one of the native born in the colony, he would have become the one of the president. But unfortunately, the Constitution stated that only a natural born is qualified to be president of the United States. And then he got into some sort of dispute with Thomas Jefferson's vice president, Aaron Burr, and they went to a duel, and then Hamilton shoot at the sky, and then Aaron Burr actually shot Alexander, so he died on the way to I think they have a duel in an island or something, yeah. So and then Aaron Burr he imposed some exile, and then he went somewhere I don't remember. And then the back here is the U.S. Treasury. I actually like this design because you a lot of detail, unlike the modern. And then the next, and then the large portrait, where it only shows the front of the treasury. I prefer this design. Look much more beautiful. And then the next note is the 20, graded by PCGS, 64 PPQ. I actually own a note by the Ricky collection too. I believe it's the Australian $50. So here's Andrew Jackson. I think he the first president from the Democratic Party. So Andrew Jackson, the war hero of the War of 1812. James Madison. I don't remember the reason why, but it was some sort of trading issue or something. And then the British burned down Washington D.C. and then the White House as well. and it was Abigail Madison, James Madison's wife, that saved the portrait of George Washington. So here's Andrew Jackson, and then here's the back of the notes. Featured the back of the White House. I actually like this design of the back of the 20 than the current version, where it has the front of the White House. The latter season series of similar design, I think the tree and I think the engraving like move closer, so you see the tree got bigger, the update, right, and the bush got bigger too. So, and then the 50 from Cleveland. So Ulysses S. Grant, the Union commander of the Civil War, and then later he became the 18th president of the United States. He served 2 terms, 8 years, and then I believe he died from throat cancer from, I think, like all of those drinking and then smoking. So yeah, and then here's the back of the 50 Capitol Hill, the Capitol building. And then I actually like this design because you could a lot of details. You see the Washington Monument here. I think that might be the White House or something. Unlike the current design, you just see the front of the Capitol building, and then that's it. So this one I actually like this design. More detail, more beautiful. And then next one from Philadelphia, 64 EPQ. So you have Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, an inventor, a scientist, and one of the author of the Declaration of Independence. So here's the front, and then the back. Independence Hall. So this is as you can see here, the PMG holder. So this is the older holder, and this is the new holder of the for PMG, and then this is the older holder of PCGS. Now it's yellow. So yeah.